The television studio was silent as Oprah walked out, trying to hide the disappointment on her face. Someone had just told her she wasn't right for television. They said she was too emotional, too different, and simply didn't have what it took to become a successful news anchor. Walking to her car that evening, those words echoed in her mind. For a moment, it felt as if the dream she'd fought so hard for was slipping through her fingers. Most people would have accepted the criticism and looked for another career, but Oprah couldn't bring herself to let go. She had worked too hard to reach that studio, and walking away would mean believing the voices that said she wasn't good enough. So she kept showing up, reading the news with everything she had, even though every mistake felt bigger than the last. Deep inside, she wondered if everyone else could see something she couldn't. The hardest part wasn't the long hours or the low pay. It was sitting in meetings where people discussed what was wrong with her. They wanted her to sound less emotional, look more polished, and deliver the news like everyone else. Day after day, Oprah tried to fit into a mold that simply wasn't made for her. The more she pretended to be someone else, the more it felt like she was losing the very person she was meant to become. Then the day she feared finally arrived. Oprah was removed from her role as a news anchor because management believed she wasn't the right fit for traditional television news. Walking out of the newsroom that day, she couldn't stop wondering if the critics had been right all along. Had she chased a dream that was never meant for her? But instead of firing her completely, the station offered Oprah something few people wanted: a struggling daytime talk show that ranked near the bottom in the ratings. To many, it looked like a dead end. Some even saw it as a quiet way of moving her out of the spotlight. Oprah accepted anyway. She had no idea that what felt like the biggest disappointment of her career was actually leading her to the place she truly belonged. On her first days as host, Oprah stopped trying to sound like every other television personality. Instead of reading from a script and keeping her distance, she spoke from the heart. She laughed with her guests, cried with them, and listened in a way that made people feel seen. Producers weren't sure it would work. They believed viewers wanted polished television. Oprah believed viewers wanted something real. Something unexpected began to happen. Viewers weren't just watching the show, they were talking about it. Friends told friends about the young host who wasn't afraid to laugh, cry, or ask the questions everyone else avoided. Week after week, more people tuned in. The phone lines lit up, audiences grew, and the same executives who once doubted her quietly began paying attention. For the first time, Oprah wasn't trying to fit into television. Television was beginning to make room for Oprah. Within months, the impossible happened. The struggling talk show that had been handed to Oprah as an afterthought climbed to the top of the ratings in Chicago, beating programs that had dominated for years. The same authenticity people once called a weakness had become her greatest strength. Television executives were stunned. The woman they believed wasn't fit for TV had just transformed one of its biggest failures into its biggest success. Success in Chicago was only the beginning. Before long, television stations across America wanted Oprah's show. It was renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show, and millions of viewers welcomed her into their homes every weekday. But Oprah had learned an important lesson from her early struggles. She didn't just want to be the face on the screen, she wanted to own what she was building. That decision would change her life forever. Instead of depending on others to shape her future, Oprah took control by building her own production company. It was a bold decision that gave her ownership of the show she had worked so hard to build. As the years passed, she expanded into films, magazines, books, and television networks, turning one opportunity into an empire. The woman who had once been told she wasn't right for television had become one of the most powerful names in media. Today, Oprah Winfrey's net worth is estimated at around $3 billion, making her one of the richest and most influential women in entertainment. But her greatest achievement isn't the fortune she built, it's the lesson she left behind. The same emotion, honesty, and compassion that nearly cost her career became the very qualities that changed it forever. Sometimes, the thing the world tells you to hide is the very thing that will make you unforgettable.